In honor of Rick and Morty Season 8 having the most silent drop of all time on HBO Max the other day, let's rank all the episodes from the first time in ranking history from best to worst. Because for the most part, this season was just kind of mid. Up first, we easily got episode 10. In this kind of canon episode, Memory Rick from Season 6 in Bird Person's mind is back and gets into Beth's mind to gaslight her so he can be with Diane. This one makes multiple references to other episodes in this season, and Memory Rick might be a top 10 side character, so this is easily the best from the season with a 4.5 out of 5 rating. Next, we have the episode where regular Jerry meets bearded Jerry, who can travel through dimensions in a very sneaky way through closets, mirrors, and couches. I was very skeptical with this being a Jerry episode at first, but I was pleasantly surprised. Jacket Beard Jerry and 5 o'clock Shadow Jerry, Mooch, are easily both of the coolest Jerry side characters, so 4 out of 5. Now, those last two were literally the only great episodes from this season. I felt like the rest of the episodes were just kind of alright, and I had a struggle ranking them because it's really hard to rank a bunch of episodes that are pretty much all on the same level. Like with episode 1, that was literally just carried by its gimmick of Summer and Morty being stuck in a Matrix simulation and experiencing 17 years of regular time, forcing them to technically be 40-year-olds in their teenage bodies. The voice acting in this just sounds somehow worse than season 7, with 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the episode being one of the worst Morty stutters I have ever heard.
You need a charger? Use mine.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Yeah, you're gonna give that back, right?
Nice job, team.
And even though at first I rated this one pretty low, I think it was just because I was really biased by how iffy the voice acting was at first. But still, the concept was a fun time, and even though it did make all the characters kind of annoying, it's still a 3.5 out of 5. Next, we have the post-broken kind of canon Citadel episode, where everything is kind of stuck in an old-timey Western vibe. We learn that Ricks have cloned each other and Mortys. Arcade Morty is low-key a side character with a lot of aura, and Farmer Rick was cool killing a bunch of other Ricks, but other than that, it's another episode with a 3.5 out of 5 rating. Next, we have episode 6, where Beth and Space Beth turn themselves back into 10-year-olds, and the rest of the family goes to Earthworld, which are honestly both equal subplots. I feel like Earthworld would have been way funnier in an older season, and instead it just comes off a little too meta, and I still just couldn't take the voice acting seriously, so you guessed it, another 3.5 out of 5. Now, if you thought those past episodes were all on the same level, the rest of these are all like completely on the same level and made it almost impossible to rank them. Like with episode 9, where the red guy from season 1, better known as the worst episode from that season, also known as Morty's son, is dying. And Morty and the red guy go into Rick's trash can while Summer and Rick go to a Minority Report predicting restaurants. I like the idea of Rick befriending the Cogs, which are actually hella chill. And other than the trash robots being voiced by Charlie Day,
Aw, man, you're still alive? And what's this fucking thing? This is not good for me.
this overall could have been really good, but it just didn't go anywhere, so 3 out of 5. Next, we have episode 4. And right away, I had a bad feeling about this episode because I was scared they were gonna dedicate another episode to just Jerry. The idea of this one wasn't terrible, where Jerry kills the Easter rabbit and turns into one with a really disgusting transformation.
A few teeth fell out. Why is that such a big deal?
But where this one goes wrong is the whole law of the Easter rabbit's existence is to force people to get it on. The whole episode just became a little too edgy with a bunch of people practicing in group romantic shenanigans, which just felt like a really, really low ball episode where it was just all about freaky stuff. So another 3 out of 5. Now, episode 7 is one that I really, really wanted to like. It was literally an episode where James Gunn and Zack Snyder voiced themselves, and the whole episode was kind of an AI parody ripping off Hotel Reverie and The Last Action Hero, and I really, really wanted it to be good, but it was just mid, forcing me to not want to revisit this episode anytime soon, cause nothing really stood out. So you guessed it, 3 out of 5. Now, episode 5 is one I could see a lot of people liking, and I did like it until the corny space race scene. Everything with the space racing just made me cringe. There was a bad song choice and just came off really, really edgy for some reason and took me out of the show.
The full experience.
Pennies, pennies, shiny pennies, have them all for miney pennies. Melt me down for pennies.
That space race just went on for way too long, and I honestly just needed an episode to have something for me to just put it this low on the list. And that stupid space race was that excuse, so again, 3 out of 5. Before the shameful #1 spot, please hit that follow button. And finally, the worst episode of season 8 has gotta be episode 2. This is where Rick and Space Beth team up and help the Bug Federation from turning into big super soldiers. Bird Person shows up, but I just didn't care whatsoever. I don't know if it was just because it was super early in the season and I was still getting used to the voice acting, but there was just too many quirky dialogue moments and James Bond line deliveries after killing people that it just didn't feel like a regular Rick and Morty episode and totally took me out of the show. I guess the Cisco bit was kind of funny, where Rick and Beth were doing a voiceover of how reliable his friend was, and there was this whole montage of them improvising the plan, but even that came off super corny to me, so 2.5 out of 5. With an overall very mid-season. Like, just bring back Justin. The reason season 7 and season 8 were kind of mid is because Rick is Justin. I don't care what Justin did, and I'm pretty sure he was innocent, just bring him back. He carried Rick and Morty. End of discussion.